Charney, and this is the Leon Charney Report. And this is part 2 of our two-part series concerning the Republican National Convention. And guess where we are? We're on the floor of this convention, where everybody's trying to rouse themselves up to go out in November and elect Bob Dole and Jack Kemp. You can tell by the pictures we are taking that it's quite an active place. Everybody seems to be excited. I don't know if you get this on national television or not, but the people who are here are really enjoying it. And you're going to get a sense of that through this 1 hour where we're going to show you what it is to be on the floor of the convention. We'll be back.
Sir.
Great to welcome you on the Leon Charney Report, the PBS program.
You bet.
From New York and all over. You're a formidable senator. I think most people think you could be standing up there also.
Oh, I don't know.
What do you feel? I mean, has this really picked up with the Kemp nomination?
It really has. Of course, I knew that regardless of who Bob picked, he was going to come out of here a lot better off than he was, because he didn't have any money for 2.5 months, and the Clintons had all the money in the world and were bashing him and everything else. And but I think the Kemp choice has really revitalized everything, and I think it's revitalized Bob Dole as well.
What's your take on President Clinton signing that welfare bill? Wasn't that a Republican bill?
It was sure a Republican bill. He had no choice but to sign that. If he hadn't signed that, then the American people would have known once and for all that this man really doesn't take anything seriously. But he really had no political choice other than to sign it. We knew that. It was without a Republican Congress, that would never have happened.
Our program has a particular interest in the Middle East, especially
Yes,
Israel.
Sir.
You've been very kind to Israel, $3 billion in aid. Bibi Netanyahu, the prime minister, came up, discussed
He's
this.
an old friend.
I bet you he is. I mean, you give him $3 billion, I'm sure he'd be your friend.
Well, he told us he's not going to want that money.
Yeah, what do you think of that?
Well, I thought it was a wonderful thing. It was a great gesture, and I hope he can succeed in getting that economy going so he doesn't have to. But I'm also a friend of moderation in all of the Middle East. And frankly, I'm just hoping we can get peace there. It's a tough assignment, though.
Yitzhak Rabin was a good friend of yours also. Shimon Peres was a good friend of yours.
Shimon Peres and Menachem Begin was a good friend.
You've been a staunch supporter of Israel all these years.
I'm wearing my mezuzah right now as we talk.
From Brigham Young. Yeah, I do. You're a Mormon.
Yeah, I'm a Mormon, but I wear that just to keep me unified with Israel. I really do. I'm never going to let another Holocaust occur. I'm, of course, one of the people who helps run the Holocaust Museum there.
Is it very meaningful for you that Jerusalem be the capital of Israel?
It is to me. It is to me. I think it would be a good thing. But you know, it is a tripartite religious city. There's no question. In fact, more than tripartite, but it's a very important religious city to a lot of people, and I think we have to be tolerant of all religions.
Brigham Young has a very nice presence in
sure
Jerusalem.
do. Right there on Mount Scopus. It's really beautiful.
Senator, you're a pleasure.
Well, nice to see you guys.
Thanks for coming on.
You bet.
Appreciate
Take
it.
care.
It's fantastic.
You don't believe it, do you?
I do. Take a film, will you?
See?
Hold on.
Look at that. Senator Orrin Hatch and his mezuzah.
You bet.
Straight from Brigham Young.
Well, sure.
All right.
That's we Mormons love.
Only on a Leon Charney Report, Tom Brokaw won't get that mezuzah.
You don't get to see that very often. I don't show that to many people, but
An exclusive on a Leon Charney Report.
God bless you.
God bless you.
guys.
Thank you
God
very
bless
much.
you guys. Keep it up.
Great.
Good to see you.
Warren, nice to see you.
We're talking to Don Scroggins, to New White Land, Indiana.
That's right.
That's good Republican territory.
Where I live, it's Republican territory. Last time a Democrat won was Harry Truman in 1948.
That's a long time ago. How about Evan Bayh?
Evan Bayh is a U.S. senator, and his son is governor.
No, Birch Bayh is.
Birch Bayh is
Evan is governor.
right, and
He can't run again.
that's true. But he's got a nice set of twins, that's for sure. Nice man.
Who's the next governor of Indiana?
Well, it's going to be Goldsmith, and I feel firm about
That's
that.
the mayor of Indiana, of
That's
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis now, and he's running for governor of Indiana.
You know him?
Yes, well, no, more of an acquaintance, I guess. I don't know him personally, no. Don't know him personally.
Who's going to win the election in the fall?
Well, I feel confident that Bob Dole will and Jack Kemp. And I followed their life. They're great Americans, and Bob Dole has been in tougher spots.
Is this your first convention?
No, I've been to 2 others. This is my 3rd.
Thank you very much for coming on.
Sure.
Give my regards to Richard Lugar. We're back. We're getting the most colorful uniforms, I guess, or outfits on the floor. That's a beautiful outfit. You made that yourself?
I have compiled it myself.
How did you compile that?
I just have been getting all these things throughout the whole week of the convention, just been getting these things and putting them together. Now, the vest itself was made for all of us here in the delegation, and the men have silk ties with the Texas on them.
The emblem of Texas.
Yeah, and we're all wearing them tonight.
You go all the way.
We sure do.
We're staying at your hotel, the Hyatt Islander.
Yeah, that's right. You need
like
to come and visit us. It's been fantastic, sir.
How's your governor doing, George Bush?
I think he's been the best governor we've ever had.
Really?
Yes, and he's doing a great job.
And Phil Gramm, how's he doing?
We think he's the tops. You know?
Is he going to win?
Yes, he is, and he's going to win with this landslide. He sure is.
That's a fearless forecast. Bob Graham is in a very tough contest now, surprisingly.
Yes, it is a very tough contest, but Bill Graham will prevail, and he will do well, sir.
What's your name?
My name's Jan Galbraith, and I'm chairman Travis County Republican Party in Austin, Texas.
Big party?
The big party, yes. It's
Thanks
growing.
for coming on the Leon Charney Report. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Why your sons, Jackie? We got big government.
I bet you 4 years ago at the Republican convention in Houston, and you look like a formidable candidate. I think that the way you handle yourself has been exemplary to Americans. The way you came in, the way you came out. It's a pleasure to have you on our show. Just ask you a few questions and we'll let you relax. How are you feeling tonight?
I feel good. I believe we've made progress in this convention. I think we're closing the gap on Bill Clinton. I think people are going to look back at the convention in San Diego and say that convention was the beginning of the end of the Clinton administration.
Senator, what drives people to want to get up to that rostrum? What impelled you to do that tremendous journey? What does it to you? The American dream?
I can't answer for anybody else. What drove me was a belief that the American dream is in jeopardy, and that we need a president who is willing to make tough decisions, to balance the budget, to let working people keep more of what they earn, to face up to the big issues we face in keeping Social Security solvent, in keeping Medicare solvent. I felt I could do that. That's why I ran. Now, people had an opportunity to weigh my candidacy, to look at Bob Dole, and I listened very carefully when the voters spoke, and it was Bob Dole's name the voters said. And I understand in democracy that people who lose have a role, and their role is to sit down, to be supportive, but Bob Dole won, and I'm doing everything I can to help him win the general election.
As I said before, it was a class act the way you handled it. Are you excited about the economic program? I know that's your bailiwick.
I'm very excited about the program. I think we can cut taxes. I think we can balance the budget. But what we have to do it is we've got to be willing to say no when no is the right answer in Washington. So working families can say yes when yes is the right answer when they're planning their budget around their kitchen table. I'm ready to do that.
We have a particular interest in the Middle East. We broadcast to many Jewish people. What's your feeling about the $3 billion in aid? I know Bibi Netanyahu came to the Senate and said, well, maybe we don't need that much money. You got any feelings about that?
Well, I think in the long run that the government in Israel has the goal of becoming self-sufficient economically. We share that goal. But we are committed to the survival and the success of Israel. Israel is our ally in the Middle East. We share with them a commitment to democracy and freedom, and we're not going to let Israel fail.
What is your feeling about the Oslo agreements? Do you think they're working?
Well, I think that what we have to do is to try to be supportive. Obviously, when it comes down to critical issues that affect Israel, the people who live there, the people whose lives are at stake, They have to make the decision. Our goal is helping them. Their goal is making decisions that could affect their lives.
It's a pleasure to have the show.
Thank you.
You're really a class guy here.
Thank you.
We're talking to Vincent Goodman, who's an alternate delegate from Florida.
Yes.
Where you live?
West Palm Beach.
West Palm Beach.
Yes.
And this is your first convention?
This is my first national convention, but I have attended presidencies 1, 2, and 3.
Is this Jeb? Is for Jeb Bush?
Jeb Bush, our next governor of Florida.
How are minorities treated in the Republican Party, in your opinion?
You know, in the beginning, the Republican Party locked out minorities, and the minorities fled to the Democratic Party. But over the years, the Democratic Party has taken the black vote for granted. So now the black community is looking for a home. And I think they're looking towards the Republican Party with the ticket of Dole-Kemp.
And you're satisfied that the Republican Party is creating this great big tent to welcome minorities and I guess people who have not been welcomed before in this party. We interviewed J.C. Watts today, the congressman from Oklahoma, and he said something along the lines that you did, that you found a new home. Do you think there'll be a preponderance of black Americans who will be joining the Republican Party?
You know, not right away. I'm looking for a party to include in action and not on paper, the inclusion of all races and creeds as the umbrella of our party.
You want a demonstrative act?
I want action instead of words. You know, the Indians had treaties, but the land was taken away anyway. But as a minority at this convention, I would like to see the Republican Party open their arms up to encompass those disenfranchised with the Democratic Party.
Where were you born?
Arcadia. Florida, right. My mother just died last night.
I'm sorry to hear
my
that.
father collapsed. And although it was a happy time for me to be here, it is a sad time because I have lost my mother. And my father's very ill.
I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you for coming on our show.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Very good. And I hope the message get out that it is time for a change, a new direction for the Republican Party of America.
Congressman.
You have one question? Sally Quinn?
How long would you estimate it might take to work that all out?
Oh, we can get it done where you don't have to worry if we just get started. Now, what you need to do is you need to make sure the grown-ups are responsible. You know how when, do you like ice cream? I love ice cream, okay? When do you normally eat ice cream? Do you eat it before dinner or after dinner? Why? Right. So what you got to tell the grown-ups is, don't eat my dessert. Don't just have a great time and fun at my expense. Save something for me. Does that make sense? All right, kiddo. Can we take a picture? Sure.
Congressman, do you think the budget is, you think this tax plan will work? You're a budget expert. You're a genius at budgets.
Well, no, I'm a supply-side deficit hawk. I believe in lower taxes and lower spending.
It's an oxymoron, isn't it?
No, it's completely consistent because if a business is going bankrupt, you don't just cut overhead, you cut prices. And you don't just cut prices without cutting overhead. It's like the horse and carriage. They go together, it's like love and marriage. It goes together like a horse and carriage. Okay?
A question about the Middle East. Our show is geared to the Middle East and Israel. And we know you've been very generous to Israel with a $3 billion budget. line item for them. Bibi Netanyahu came to your Congress and told you he may not need it. How do you feel about that?
Well, what he said was the era of big government is over, and at some point I'm going to deregulate my economy, and I'm not going to need your economic assistance. And I think it's great. I had a private meeting with him. He said that doesn't happen in a day. We don't expect it to happen in a day, but the whole world's getting caught up in this idea of deregulation, more personal freedom, more personal liberty, more empowerment of the individual. And this new prime minister is a pretty awesome guy. He's great, articulate, and I think most important, though, he brings a sense of calm to a country that has been in such an upheaval, and that when he in fact does ultimately make an agreement to advance the peace process, he'll have the confidence of the people of Israel, which I think was absolutely vital at that point in time when they had the election.
Let's run around the world for 1 minute. Russia. What should America's policy be there right now?
Well, I mean, Yeltsin won. I think we're all pleased that the country didn't learn. I mean, I don't know. He hasn't called me lately, but my sense is we're doing the right thing. But I think we should be careful not to think that pouring a bunch of money over there is somehow going to fix anything. It's got to be done on its own. I think there's some very positive developments. I just hope that they just don't revert way to the right, because then they're going to have a serious problem.
You collect calls?
Yeah, from Yeltsin.
Who wants to interview you up there? Where are you from?
I'm from San Diego here.
San Diego? You're a volunteer?
Yeah.
And are you for Bob Dole?
Oh, definitely.
What's your name?
Kristen Stark.
Are you a Republican?
Yes.
And you think Bob Dole's going to win?
I sure do. It's a great ticket.
You're going to help him?
I am.
What are you doing?
I've been volunteering for 7 weeks now to help him. So.
Really? What's your occupation?
It's not occupation. I'm a recent college graduate. Graduated.
And what'd you study?
Political science.
If he has people like you, I'm afraid he's going to win.
Oh,
you look a hell of a lot better than he does.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Talking now is Nancy Kastenbaum. She is a senator from Kansas. She resigned her post. She will not run again. She says or claims that she wants to go home and spend some time with her family. It seems that the Republicans are really showing every woman who is an important personality in the Republican Party at this convention. We have read that they have done some marketing and some target marketing, and the people they really want to approach are the female and the women. And that's what this whole play is all about. So you'll see Christy Todd Whitman, or you have, and Nancy Kestenbaum, Susan Molinari, the whole gang of women who really are involved. This morning we talked to Senator Kay Bailey Hutchinson, another formidable woman of the Republican Party. But we're not here to give you the news. You've seen the news already. We're giving you the atmosphere and some things that you would not have seen already on the network news or the cable news companies. We're back. I'm Leon Charney. We're at the Republican National Convention. We're speaking to a very admirable man, and a man who's got how do we say it without cursing on television? He's got, as Golda Meir said, Moshe Dayan had the biggest something in his cabinet. That's what Bob Dornan has. And he ran for the nomination and he lost. And he was one man who did not criticize Bob Dole. I had the pleasure of being on a television show with Bob about 7 or 8 years ago on CNN, and he was terrific. He was outspoken and a very, very good friend of the state of Israel. He loved the state of Israel and its military power. Bob, welcome to the show, and good to see you again.
Well, good to see you, Leon.
You added some terrific excitement to the debate. You're honest. You come off very appealing. And maybe the country can't take that, you know?
Well, I had no money, and I didn't even try to raise any, to tell the truth.
Spectre was on my show today. He said he had no money. I said, I don't believe Jews don't have money because I'm Jewish.
Well, he had a couple of million. He had a couple of million. And if I'd had a couple of million, I might have pushed Pat Buchanan over the side. Patrick and I are two different breeds of conservative when it comes to the world scene. Where America can help, we must help. Or what the hell is the reason for being a superpower? And feeling like you're a nation of destiny when people are dying in Rwanda, starving to death, and cutting one another apart with machetes. If we can get in and out without risk of much risk of loss of life to our rescue mission, it's incumbent upon us as Jews and Christians. We're ordered by the Bible to be good Samaritans. So I have a different view of America than a lot of isolationists do.
What are you feeling tonight? You feeling strong for Bob Dole?
I was very impressed with Elizabeth Dole. I thought that was I felt like holding up a card with a 9.9 or a 10 on it. If it was an Olympic event, she just got a gold medal, set a world record, and all future wives will say, honey, you're not going into politics, you're not running for president, because I could never do what Elizabeth Dole does. She's a champ, and probably nobody will come that close again. But I think it's gelling with Kemp. Kemp's a good friend of Israel, always been outspoken that way. I think the yin and the yang are coming together. The quiet, humble, 100% disabled veteran, and the antsy, loquacious like I am quarterback, and I think this just may work. If it doesn't work, the world is in for a hell of a ride in these next 4 years. Clinton is basically a coward, gutless, and although he's very bright IQ-wise, his life experience is so short-changed that he's a shallow human being. It's very rare to find someone with a high IQ who's shallow and has no character, and that's a dangerous thing.
Bob, when you were running for the presidential nomination, how rough does it get out there? Did it get brutal? They attack you?
No, it's exhausting, and you have to take a lot of personal shots because even the press gets jealous of somebody who's out there on the firing line. They say, I don't have the guts to do that. Who the hell is this guy to run for president? And they take a lot of cheap shots, but there's so many good moments, so many little kids and grandmas and grandpas and wonderful, hard-working, all-American families. Big charge.
Tell me, you give Hillary the same accolades as you give Bill?
No, because she is basically, there's a new book out of her. She is a betrayed spouse. She is not as hungry and ambitious and as radical feminist. She's a betrayed spouse, a hurt woman trying to find her place in the role, her role in life, and it's a tough road to hoe.
Bob, pleasure always.
You betcha. Good
You've heard it. The most outspoken Republican we know, probably the most truthful. We're walking the floor. We'll give you an experience of what it is to be right on the floor. We don't sit there in the high boots. We walk the floor, and in a sense, we schlep to show you what it's like to be on the floor of the convention. Bob Dole's name has just been placed in, and the place is going not wild, but excited. I don't see the tremendous fire in the belly of these delegates for Dole. I do see it for Kemp. The convention hall is going a little bit wild. They've nominated Bob Dole to be the next president of the United States. And we're standing here with Mary Gill. Is that your name?
That's right.
You're from Texas?
Abilene, Texas, yes.
Your husband is a delegate.
He's a delegate, yes. He's the Taylor County.
The convention hall is going a little bit wild. They've nominated Bob Dole to be the next president of the United States. And we're standing here with Mary Gill. Is that your name?
That's right.
You're from Texas?
Abilene, Texas, yes.
Your husband is a delegate.
He's a delegate, yes. He's the Taylor County chairman.
Do you know Bob Dole? Have you met him?
I have not met Bob Dole. Saw him last night at the Veterans Function, though, and got to shake his hand.
Are you very excited now?
I'm very excited. I think this is the greatest thing going.
You think there's fire here and excitement?
I do. I really do. I think this is a wonderful evening. I think that this party has just come together, and there is excitement. There is excitement.
Would this have happened if Kemp was not nominated?
I don't know. I certainly know that Kemp has really put together a good ticket, and we're really excited about that. And they've got a lot of things that each of them shares the same and different, and I think that's great.
If you had your druthers, would you prefer Colin Powell to Jack Kemp?
No, I really wouldn't. I've always been a Jack Kemp lover. I've watched him over the years when he was with HUD, and I really like his philosophies a lot.
Colin Powell was here the other night. Did he inspire you?
He did. He did. He was very honest, straightforward. I have 2 sons in the military. My husband's in the military, and so I know where he's coming from.
Your husband's in the military. He's allowed to be a delegate?
Oh, he's retired now. He was in the military. Yes.
Well, if he were, he could not be a delegate.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so. I don't know.
You look forward to hearing Bob Dole tomorrow night?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. In fact, I last night when he came over to the veterans thing, he said some wonderful things about America and about being an American. And yes, I'm real excited about tomorrow night.
They say, the pundits, the big wise men at CBS and NBC and major newspapers say, if he doesn't deliver tomorrow night with a great speech, the contest is over. You believe that?
Oh, I don't think that's so true. You know, I've never been one of those people that you judge a book by the cover. I think you have to look inside and see what this man is all about and where he's going to lead our country.
Thank you, Mary Gill. We'll see you at the inauguration.
Thank you. I'll be there.
In a moment, we will begin the roll call of the states. The purpose of voting, as required by Rule 16 of our convention rules, every state will be called.
We're back. Behind us, you have Newt Gingrich, the Speaker of the House, the most disliked political figure in the country today, giving you a cheer for Bob Dole, who will be nominated in about 10 minutes. This is just to give you a flavor. You'll have seen his nomination before this. The amazing thing about Gingrich is he's kept a very low key, and he's really trying to keep out of sight. But I read in one of the papers that he's attended 73 events in the last 4 days. So he's looked like he's trying to pocket some coin for his re-election and to stay out of the public eye so that his public relations would improve and his popularity will improve. It's yet to be seen whether that will work. He did lead the '94 Congress, and he did get the welfare bill through. Whether that will bring him to become a speaker again, nobody knows. In any case, in this crowd, he's certainly loved, and there was a big party for him last night. There were about 2,000 or 3,000 people there, but I understand it could have taken 7. So who knows what his popularity means. There you've seen it. We've given you some glimpses of the Republican National Convention, a talk with John Kasich, the Republicans congressman from Ohio, very strong budgeteer, very strong on a budget, and believes in good budget, good spending, good taxes, etc. In any case, you've seen all this on the network media. We've hoped that you had seen some things that you would not have seen on the networks, and we'll see you next week. Obviously, we'll follow this election very carefully, and again give you things that you will not see on the networks. That is the aim of the show. That's our role. We've done it hopefully successfully in the last 8 years, and we hope you'll be satisfied with our 2-part coverage of the Republican National Convention. We'll see you next week.